Are you a green card holder who needs to travel abroad for more than 1 year, but worries that you'll lose your path to U.S. citizenship, naturalization Form N-400? Well, Form N-470 is the solution for you. The purpose of N-470 is to preserve your continuous residence in the United States despite the fact that you're not living here. Now, it's a complicated law. There's a lot of nuances. We're going to go through some basics, but please schedule a consultation office to go more. This is intended as not as intended as individual guidance, but for educational purposes. So let's bring you back to why a person needs this. If you're a green card holder and you want to apply for U.S. citizenship, you have to maintain continuous residence in the United States. Continuous residence primarily means not having absences of more than 1 year, not having, for sure, not having absences more between 6 months or 12 months, which allows denial of the citizenship case, or even multiple absences of 4 or 5 months back to back. That could show that you're not residing in the U.S., you're not continuously here, which can affect your ability to file for citizenship as well as losing the green card, which we'll talk about separately in a moment. But to avoid that from happening, you could use this Form N-470 by telling the government, even ahead of time, that I'm going to be absent for more than a year. Please don't hold that against me. And that's a way to keep your ability to file for citizenship when you do get back from your trip. Now, having said all this, this N-470 is for the ability to get citizenship in a timely fashion, not pushing it back. If you have these absences, long absences from the U.S., it could create problems for maintaining the green card itself, a lawful permanent resident status. So it is recommended, if you have plans for absence, to also apply for Form I-131 Reentry Permit. We have other videos going into details about how that works. Check out our website, our YouTube page. But for the N-470, just notice separate and they're unrelated. One is Reentry Permit for keeping the green card. The N-470 is for the ability to file for citizenship despite having the absences abroad. So some basic requirements for this form are this. The hardest one is being in the United States for a continuous period of 365 days, a full year, before you apply for the N-470. So that's really hard because most people will have trips outside for a week or two. If you're a green card holder, you're going to visit family at work overseas. So you don't have this uninterrupted 1 year period of time. Now, when the pandemic happened, it caused a lot of people to be forced to have this. So we increased the number of cases we had in this category. But if you don't have that requirement, for the most part, unless you're one of the exceptions, like a religious worker who's going to preach and do mission work outside, then you can't use it. But in other cases, if you are able to satisfy that, you need to show that you're employed in certain positions. So it could be under a work contract with the U.S. government or an American Institute of Research. You're employed by an American corporation. And what is an American corporation? We got to separately have a one-on-one to see what your company looks like. But you're going to work abroad for them. You might be working for a public international organization, which the U.S. is a member of. You didn't become employed with them until you became an LPR, lawful permanent resident status. And as I mentioned, if you're doing ministerial functions, priestly functions, international stage for a denomination or a mission organization, we have a separate YouTube video detailing the nuances of that. For example, in those kind of missionary cases, you don't necessarily have to satisfy the 1 year full requirement before filing for N-470, but you need to satisfy it before you file for N-400 for citizenship. So each of these have these little ones. You might have noticed for the public international organization I mentioned, the job has to start it after you became an LPR as it was before. That's why you got to individually see what's going on with your case to see what works for you. But if you're able to satisfy these and submit the Form N-470, it's relatively fast, 3 to 12 months to get it approved. You do have to, show the job is real, have employer letters, have all that kind of stuff, but it's something doable, and your spouse and children will get it with you. You don't need to file separately for them for the N-470. Now, for the I-131 reentry permit, you do need to have applications for each green card holder. But having done that, you submit the case. Right now, as I'm doing this May 2025, the filing fee is $420, so it's not too bad relative to other kind of cases, and you get done pretty quickly. Now, you got to, again, be mindful of the absence issue for most cases, not having that 1 year period. Of filing for a reentry permit to avoid losing the green card, the underlying green card, it's very important. Now, if you have issues when you're reentering the United States, you show the Form N-470, let them know, and the I-131 reentry permit that you're not abandoning your status. Don't file a Form I-407, which is abandoning your green card with CBP to say, I don't want it. Be mindful of that so you don't have your green card taken away. That's a whole nuance issue right there that you want to be mindful of. But most of the time, if you do all the I-131 reentry permit and the N-470, you're not going to have that kind of issue. Now, a side note, there are other kinds of cases where you can expedite your ability to get citizenship. You join the military, If you're a military spouse, sometimes this stuff works to expedite as well. But this is focused on the primary applicant who's a green card holder is going to be working overseas in this kind of international context. Those are the people who file for N-470, and their spouse and children that are LPRs, green card holders, can get it as well. So if you want to learn more and have a conversation about this to really analyze your background, history, and the companies you're working for, if it works or not, please go to our website, jqklaw.com/contact. Fill in the contact box so we get some basic information and reach out to you to schedule a private individual consultation to go through this. It's really critical to do this because you don't want to lose the opportunity to have these international jobs and positions and the future of your career and your life and helping people across the world. You don't want to lose that because you want to just keep residency here for a temporary period for satisfying a citizenship requirement. It can be something that helps you and your family a lot. Thank you for listening. Again, I'm immigration lawyer John Khosravi. Hope to speak with you soon.